What we're going to do is introduce another fundamental movement component, rotation. And rotation introduces a different kind of force than vertical force going through the knee. Rotation can introduce lateral forces that can destabilize the knee one way or the other. Rotation can introduce torque forces which can twist the knee. And that's those forces going into the knee are common sources of injury. Those forces going into the knee are common sources of irritation, of existing degradation. At the same time, rotation can work all the tissue in and around the knee in ways that are really beneficial for it. Promoting circulation, helping tone muscle and soft tissue, increasing flexibility, particularly in and around the hip and the lower back. So it's really valuable to do, but you need to take care of your knees while you do it, and we'll get into how. We've got two fundamental knee alignments. Two fundamental knee alignments. Knee over the foot, kneecap aligned with toes. That's going to position your knee so that you can then refine that to be on the sweet spot. So, and then another technical detail is maintaining that when you start turning your hips. One technique involving the quad that helps you maintain your knee alignments while turning the hips is called the quad fold. And this is what you do. You fold into the quad when you turn your hips into a weighted leg. So here's my quad. And now watch, I'm going to turn my hips into my weighted leg, and I'm folding in this area. I'm unfolding, folding in this area, unfolding, folding. So just watch, we'll get up and do this. And then same on the other side. Folding, unfolding, folding, unfolding. So what I'd like you to do now is just watch my knees. So my knee is more or less over my foot. My kneecap right here is more or less aligned with my toes. And I'm on my sweet spot. I'm feeling that in my body. Now watch. I'm rotating my hips. And that's a fair amount of hip rotation. And my knee's not moving much. The knee's staying over the foot, the kneecap staying aligned with the toes. And I'm getting a fair amount of rotation here. And that knee is not moving. Now, if we get a room of 90 beginning Tai Chi, 100 beginning Tai Chi students, and we do that exercise, and this is what at least you'll see with 90 of them. Now watch my knee. Turn your hips into your weighted leg. My knee is not over my foot, but that's what you'll see. Turn your hips away from your weighted leg. My knee is not over their foot, but that's what you'll see. Unstable knees. And then another place where, so you begin to think about the different ways we load a leg and rotate. So one way is a front weighted leg and a move where you turn the hips away from it. So in the Wu style, here's one of those moves. So now my weight's forward and I'm turning my hips away from it. And note, my knees over the foot, kneecaps aligned with toes. Most students, when you introduce that move, this is what you'll see. The knee will collapse in. And that's putting pressure in the medial knee compartment, all right? And that could aggravate an existing condition or even cause some kind of injury. So when I'm teaching moves with rotation and I'm monitoring, and Annalisa's teaching move with rotation and she's monitoring students, often we're watching those knees. So the first technical detail is maintain the knee over the foot, kneecap aligned with toes, and that quad fold technique will help you do that.